Well, this BSA A65 engine and obviously the bike it came from have generated an extreme amount of interest in my videos recently, but now it's time to sort of draw a line under it temporarily because I've got it all in bits, and I've got a plan coming together. The crank is going to go for a little holiday to be checked out. I'm going to have the crankcase is going to go to the welders and have that dealt with. But interestingly enough, the crank, I've obviously got the timing side bush removed from the crankcase now, and I've checked I can actually get, in places at least, a 3.5 thousandth of an inch feeler gauge blade between the crankshaft journal and the mating surface of the bush inside. There's no real dramatic excessive wear, but it is out of spec, it is worn, not by anywhere near as much as I might have expected, and there is something in the region of a 2/2000th of an inch take up in the fit of the bush when it's pressed home in a crankcase, because obviously it's not just a drop-in fit. I had to warm the crankcases up quite hot and then drive this out, and in a similar manner when I get a new one, a replacement, I'll be warming the cases up before I attempt to fit the new one. Obviously it doesn't fit that way round, it goes in from inside and it's that way round. But anyway, according to my rather crude measuring devices and abilities, it would appear that this crank is on its standard sizes for both the big ends and the timing side journal. So I'm going to take it up to my friend John at Aeron to let him have a look at it and see whether he thinks perhaps the big ends might just get away with a polish, or if not, if they have to be reground, obviously I need to make sure that shells are available for whatever size we might go down to, but I'm pretty certain that they are standard at the moment, as is the timing side journal. So it's all down to whether we're going to need undersizes here and what undersizes are available for this, because this is going to need a regrind. I know that there was a small amount of run out on this, only a thou or two, but it was there, and that's not going to get any better, and that will contribute to the vibration. Although, having said that, I'm really convinced now that the big crack that we had in the left hand side front of the cylinder barrels is probably responsible for a lot of the vibration and noise that we heard, because that must have been chattering away, that crack, as the piston went up and down past it. And obviously you got the heat and the engine revs and the high compression pistons and everything all contributing, and I think with another set of cylinder barrels on it, this engine would have probably been far more pleasant than it had been. But it's as well that we sort of took it apart and found all this as well, and it'll get a full, good and thorough rebuild now. But it's probably going to be a little while before we see anything of it again on YouTube. Thanks for everyone who's been watching it. We will pick up when the story resumes, but in the meantime, plenty of other stuff going on, I hope. And all these videos of this project are all going into a playlist where they can all be seen in sequence from the beginning, should anyone be interested in taking a look. But for now, thanks for watching, and thanks for all your interest in this rather ongoing project.